Okay, look, we're going live here. Look at this. It's working. Fantastic. Okay, John, Jack McKeag here. Um, and what we're going to talk about here is I'm with Liberty Aid Academy, libertyaidacademy.org, where we teach at this school copyrighted material only that I have made from scratch that no one else has made, ever. And our work is proven by testimonials. Every testimonial has a notarized affidavit. Go check them out, they'll blow your mind. And so, this trust, we have a course. This is a school, yeah, and I'm the instructor here. And at this school, at this course, you're going to learn how to operate a trust that is completely federal tax free. In other words, you never pay taxes to the IRS for the rest of your life, and it's also reporting free. You never have to fill out another form to the IRS, not ever. As soon as you open this trust, you run your money through this trust, and you're done. Doesn't matter whether you call you whatever you're doing personal business. It doesn't matter. This is structure based, not action based. It's not like an LLC or a nonprofit or a person, something like that. That if you perform these actions, then you owe taxes. Nothing like that. This trust, once started, immediately automatically has 501c3 status automatically, and you don't apply for it. So it has it forever, and it has it automatically. It's incredibly amazing and easy to do. Uh, it's full explanation in this course and everything, but it's not complex. It's not complicated, okay, in any way, shape, or form. And nothing's going to happen to your business in any way. This is a back end thing. Oh, I have a business. Meaning you have an LLC and a bank account for your LLC. You simply get a bank account for this trust. Oh, but I get paid this way by check or pay, oh, I get paid, no, I get paid electronically. PayPal. Okay, you get PayPal and name of the trust. That's it. Attach it to the trust bank account. Done. Totally back end thing. It doesn't, nothing happen to your business, to anyone in your business, nothing at all, except for you just simply change the bank account. It's amazing, and then you don't ever owe the IRS taxes. And this can be done personally too. Uh, it cannot be done with a W-2 W-4 situation to remove your taxes from like just a regular job, but for everything else it can be. And we teach how to get out of the W-2 W-4 thing if you're interested. But you get the trust. All you do is run your money through it, and you never have to pay taxes. It's really that simple. And there are so many other benefits to this, and we teach those in, like you can get credit with a trust. How to get credit comes with the trust and so on. Anyway, if you have any questions as I go through this information about this course that we teach, just go ahead and comment in the chat, and I'll handle, answer any question. So what I'm saying is, for the rest of your life, you don't have to pay the IRS taxes, and there, once you achieve that 501c3 status, so you get all these other benefits, because now you're running two businesses, right? You got your person, that business called a person that's not you, your straw man, and you got your trust. Now you set up your that straw man that you got told was you, but isn't. It's a corporation. You set that up with nothing, just perfect credit score, nothing else. And then this person, this business having nothing, because you put everything in the trust, right? Everything's in the trust. So you, i.e., your person, has nothing. So it qualifies for an EBT card. That's $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year, you know, and that number is only going to go up, right? And so you get that immediately with a week, right? You start your trust, within a week you get your EBT card. Oh, and then there are all these other benefits. Oh, what does your state have? Medicaid? Great, you get that free. Every state now has free to discounted internet service, so you get that free. Free phone too, like Obama phone, free phone. Like oh, you could get free housing, right? Section 8 housing, and so on and so on and so on, with all these other hacks and benefits and all this other stuff you get when you open your trust. Hey Marvin, I'm good. How are you, Marvin? Good to see you. So, if you care about anyone, right? If you care about anyone in your life, you would be saying, hey, you need to operate this trust. And quit functioning another way financially, right? Because it's so easy. Everybody needs a bank account, right? So you just have a trust bank account. Everybody needs a debit card. You have a trust debit card. Everybody needs a credit card. You get a trust credit card. It's not like you're doing things multiple times or something like that, or oh, this is extra work. No, you need these things anyway. You need to spend money, get money, and stuff like that. So you just do it through the trust. After that, that's it. No reporting, no paying taxes forever. Forever. Okay, so listen. I do YouTube Live twice a week, Monday at noon. This one is the Trust Crash Course. And then Thursday at 7 p.m., that's the admissions. It tells about all the courses and the offerings at the school and about the school itself and who works here and all that stuff. Because, you're like, tax-free trust, what? I don't have to pay the IRS tax. You're all like concerned about that. But this school, this information, I've been doing this uh, since 2016 with proof. And every single client since then has been successful doing this and has had no negative repercussions. Okay, that's 6 years. And I go live twice a week just to prove to everyone, look, there's no problem. Everyone's like, yeah, but what about the IRS? What about jail? No, that's your programming kicking in. That's nothing. I'm an accountant. I have an MBA, master's in accounting too, and I prove all of this. And I have been proving this straight up since day one, 3/14/2016, right? I've just been providing proof. And I've been providing proof for, much longer before that. Right? In 2012, I started showing how to beat the bankers. I have 50 court cases against the bankers, more than any other human alive. That's right. And that was how I proved, that I could be trusted. Then I got this trust and so on. And I was like, okay, great. So, but I'm constantly aware that, over this long decade of doing this, that maybe, because censorship is so, America's known for one thing, right? If anything, censorship, right? The one thing it should be known for. It's hard to get the information of the truth out. It's just very difficult, almost impossible. You'll notice that our website cannot use the word debt or credit. They would shut our website down, proving every other website that uses the word debt or credit is fake and not helping anyone. You see what I'm saying? We can't even hardly properly describe our courses on our website. You know what I mean? Lest we get shut down. But so who is Liberty Aid Academy? What is Liberty Aid Academy? All right. Liberty Aid Academy teaches our students to radically improve their lifestyle with legal, easy to use financial methods not widely known but proven by testimonials to work for all of our students. Our courses all use copyrighted, unique material only used at our school. All our students' testimonials have a notarized affidavit proving their outcomes and testimonials are 100% real by real people just like you. George, Marvin, multiple tornadoes yesterday. Yeah, well, I'm on the west side. Yeah. Yeah, actually, it has been a beautiful winter here. So mild and so wonderful and everything. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm still here. Actually, got set up the hot tub yesterday. It was good. Because winter, we haven't had winter at all. Just like not at all. But it's a little bit chilly today. It's like I would say it's like 66 today, something like that. It's like burr, freezing. Anyway, we've got like there's got a used Coleman, like filled with air hot tub. It's legit. I recommend it. Sarah, hey Jack, wondering if I can add my kids? Yes, yes. On the initial paperwork, yes, yes. In the just add a sentence in where it says beneficiaries, right? There's a paragraph that says beneficiaries. And you just add a sentence in there, right? Beneficiaries to this trust are son, name, born such and such a date, like that. daughter, da da da, say it like that in one sentence only, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, I've heard this echo thing from people about my mic, but the mic is really good, and so I don't think it's my mic. I think a couple people have an issue with it on their end, but I don't think it's the mic. I think maybe try jumping in and out of this live stream. Maybe that helps. I don't know. Sorry about that if it is. Because I really upgraded the mic because if there's that's what I'm saying. Censorship comes in many ways, many forms. You know what I mean? They throttle down who could see this. They make it, the video not good. They make the sound not good. I mean, this is all planned by them out there. It's so annoying. But it's also, as you watch this, so you see it never happens with the influencers, right? Oh, I have 10 million views on uh, YouTube. What do you do? Oh, you know, make, I don't know, funny dance movie music thingy. So it's like, I'm sure. What? Okay, what did you say? Did you say influenza? Like you give people the flu? An influencer? Because that's kind of what I think you are. So it's really, that's your name. Okay. You see, to say censorship comes by pushing out these influencers, those pushing the flu. Uh, oh, good. Okay. Homeless man, right? Okay, so tax-free trust. And again, like I was saying, this is for anyone. Okay, any individual, any business, anyone in the United States just goes in. They go into a bank and they open a trust account. It's a piece of cake. All right. We give recommendations. First recommendation: go to where you're banking now. Open a trust there. They already know you. Big deal, right? If not, I have a list. They go with it. The instructions. So just but get two places where you bank just so you have. Oh, okay. I got a backup. Big deal, right? Just initially get a backup. That's how. What's wrong with that? Because you're like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Well, get two. Get more than two, right? Get a Schwab account. You can get that if you can bank that way. You could get you could do with somebody with like TD Ameritrade, E Trade, like that. You could get an account like that too. That'd be your second account. All right. Anyway. Some water. So let's go through the code here of why. Thank you, IRS. Why this is completely legal, legit, and non-problematic for all of our students. All of our students, every single one for 6 years, no problem whatsoever. Right? No problem. They all come to this. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy's trying to get people out of taxes. And then you go through the deprogramming of yourself and so on. Oh, this is all true. This is all ever takes you a day, and then you go get in the course. It takes you a week, takes you a couple months, however long it takes you to process. No, this is completely easy, legal, legit. You want to change your life today? Well, today's the day your life changes. You know. So this is the code. All right, this is the IRS code. Um, you can Google all this stuff. Right live while I'm doing it. You can Google this. This is oh, excuse me. This is chapter 26 of the United States Code. Right, that's what 26 means, the chapter, and this is the corpus, right, of the Ingauri Trust. This is the Constitution is the corpus. Declaration is the Declaration of Trust, right? We trust. Also, operating as USA Inc. So, completely legal and legit to do. The U.S. government is this type of trust. And so that's what I know makes it legal for anyone to do it, right? Because the USA performs every action that any could be performed by any human, right? It has armies and buys, sells things, just like every single thing that any human could ever do has been done by that trust. So you could do anything with your trust. You follow me? It's completely legal, legit thing to do. Here's the code section. From the In God We Trust, it says, this is how you do it, right? So let's read. This is chapter 26 of the U.S. Code. Also, chapter 26 is called, by most people, like colloquially, is called the IRS Code, right? But it's just a chapter in the U.S. Code. And this is section 508 of the IRS Code. Special rules with respect to section 501c3 organizations. New organizations must notify their secretary that they are applying for recognition of subsection 501c3 status, except as provided in subsection C. What does that say? If you want to get 501c3 status, you have to apply, right? Except if you qualify in this mandatory exceptions down there in C. Let's go C1A, right? 508C1A, that would make this. Exception, mandatory exceptions. Churches, everybody knows churches are mandatory exception from taxes. Everybody knows that. That's right. Churches, comma, they're integrated auxiliaries. Churches, comma, and conventions. Okay, we have a definition for that, and a trust is a convention. Or association of churches. Church and convention. All right, you fit into the convention. It's fantastic. I'll explain convention right after I go through this non-reporting code. This is, again, chapter 26, 603E3, right? Same thing here, except it says except up front. Watch this. Returns by exempt organizations. Organizations required to file in general, except as provided in paragraph 3. Oh, great. We'll go with that exception. Every organization exempt from taxation under 501 shall file an annual return. Oh, okay. Let's go look at that exception. Guess what? It's word for word. It's word for word what we just read. Exceptions for filing, mandatory exception, churches, common, they're integrated auxiliary, comma, and conventions or association of churches. And what is a convention? It's an agreement between two parties. Guess what? There are 3 parties to a trust. 3. And you can't hold all 3 positions. You can only hold 2. Grantor and trustee. You cannot be beneficiaries. But good news, you don't have to name the beneficiaries in your trust. You don't ever have to name them. You can, as I just answered that question on this live stream, but you don't have to. So, in other words, you can hold both positions. It's your trust. Totally legal to do that. You see, no one else is involved. I'm not involved. The school's not involved. No one's involved. We teach you how no one's in your business, not the government anymore. No one. You start your own trust. It's a private trust. What does private trust mean? It means you start it yourself. That's what the word private means in this context. All right. Sarah, I refuse to wear the mouse for appointment for trust. Nice. They can't cancel your appointment. Went to another branch and that was fine. Nice. I love this trust in the things that show up when you're operating it. That's so good, Sarah. Got all 13 letters notarized to begin the game. Oh, nice. I bet you heard of David Straight Down. I just typed it into YouTube. I think I found the guy you're talking about. Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, so way to go, Sarah. Got her trust open. Boom. After that happens, you're like, oh no, what? This is real. Ah! And so the rest of it, like dominoes, blink, 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 blink. Your life gets easier. And also, knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is power. You know what's going on around you, and you know I'm no longer affiliated with you. Can't be touched, delayed, cajoled, forced. All them words. You could be asked. That's it. Okay, so what can you put in this trust? Your money. Okay? Meaning like any of your dollars, right? Bank account, yeah. But also any crypto account, yes. Also any like equity account, like Schwab, TD Ameritrade, that kind of thing, like stocks, bonds, blah, like that. Yes, all any of those things, any and all, yes. Your car, that could go in the name of a trust, meaning anything with a title. So when we say your car, it also mean like a boat, a mobile home, a trailer, a 18 wheeler, tractor trailer, anything like that. Anything with a title, anything you go down in the DMV, you could put in the name of your trust. Okay, your home, any real estate could go with this type of trust, and then that real estate will qualify to apply at your county level for property tax exemption. How about that, right? So many benefits to this trust. Your business, meaning, okay, I operate a business, meaning you have like a LLC or a personal bank account, something like that. You simply get a trust bank account, and it's a back end thing to your business. Nothing else changes to your business. Back end, your bank account changes. You have any other little questions about whatever, ask me, but that's basically all there is to it. Um, it's really easy. It's really easy to get this trust account open too. Okay, the main thing blocking anyone from doing this and opening this trust is your programming in your head, like your thoughts. You're like, oh my God, this kid, this what? You know what I mean? Like that is the only thing that's going to take up all your time. The rest of it, as far as you get in the course, you do the training and watch the video. Went word for word right through the instructions, and I did the document. I type. It's a PDF fill in the blank. I filled in the blanks like you said. I printed it out. I did the EIN. Photo of every click you do to get the EIN. It couldn't be easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here to make it easy. We don't want it to be hard for anyone, and it's not. Once you know what to do, it's simple as pie. And we have the documents and everything prepared for you. Everything. We make it so simple. You just like, oh, that's all you do? And you print out your stuff, and you call the bank, oh, hey, I want to come in and open a trust account. They're like, go, sweet. You must have some money. Come on in. And then that's it. You go in and open up your account, and it's a done deal. Completely, that's it. It's so great. It's really wonderful. Um, Christopher, Bobby, Jack, can I put my sister's house in a trust? Yes. I mean, your sister can put, if it's in the name of her person, for example, let's just be totally specific, right? She can put it in a trust. You follow me? It's in her personal name. She's the authorized representative, the author, right? She runs her person, one individual for one person. I run my person, you run your person, right? We're given a business at birth, the person, the strong man, blah, right? So that individual has some assets in their name, they get switched over into the name of their trust. Okay? Answer is yes. Universal faith question, do all these items need to be paid off? Yeah. Well, do all the items need to be paid off to be put in the name of a trust? Basically, the answer is yes. But the answer is sort of no, too. Okay? Meaning, oh, you finance something like a house or a car. Well, you could finance in the name of trust. You see what I'm saying? And what comes with the trust is how to build credit for the trust. Business Finance 101 course comes with the trust. It's not extra. It comes with it. Teaches you how to build credit for the trust, and I suggest you start on day one, because you have to have an address, a phone number and stuff like that for the trust. And so we just did the training on what to choose for that and how to get, credit accounts and build a credit profile of the trust. Comes with the trust. Do it. You can then buy things in the name of a trust, or you could go through different lending processes, but you could go through, so you get a mortgage for a house. You do it, I just do it the regular way, oh, okay, you do it the regular way, great. And then you just ask your lender, hey, at the end, at the table, can I put it in the name of a trust for tax reasons? A lot of lenders let you do that because you're personally guaranteed it anyway. It's your trust. So you just check with the lender if they'll lend, and and have it be named the trust. The lawyer don't care. Whoever's doing the closing, whether it be title attorney, what have you. Also, like I teach get the finance for the trust, because then the trust, like any normally LLC or something like that, right? Could be like a real estate investment company or something like that. They can buy real estate. Well, so can your trust. You follow me? Your trust can do it. Do you have to personally guarantee? No, probably, yeah. And that's the same for vehicles. Like, you can actually build a credit profile for your trust where you can straight up, no personal guarantee. I could go right now and get like a Ford truck, no personal guarantee, no money down with the trust. Do the credit profile of the trust, or Nissan or Toyota. You could do, business like financing for a vehicle, right? Well, your trust qualifies for that. So it doesn't need to be paid off in the name of trust, because you can go, that trust would finance it. You follow me? And then the vehicle goes in the name of the trust. So you can't just, I can't just put it in the name of a trust and it's not paid off. You could refi it and do it like that. You have to finance something, you can do that. That's why Business Finance 101 information comes with the trust, so you can, you got to finance stuff. A lot of people do, everybody does, right? With this whole shell game of the debt. So anyway, that's why it's important, and it comes with it. So, all right. How long does it take to get corporate credit? You just do the steps. It depends on you. It depends on how long it takes you to do it. You could have your corporate credit profile up and going if you did it every day. It's 30 days. It'd be like, this is what's happening. Great. A lot of it's about, I recommend sort of setting aside 1 day a week where you do your finances for your trust until you get it basically where you want it, okay? And then you're putting in time once a week, and you're building that credit profile, okay? Because it's not like one-step thing. You have to go, I'm at the bottom tier of credit, I got this account, I got that account, I got that account. Great. And then I bought something, I owe that bill, and then I paid it. Okay, all that cycle has to happen, and then the reporting of that payment happens. It's like, okay. So it's a thing that happens over a few months if you, really dedicate yourself to it. A few months, you can do it. But it's the thing that also, that's how, you could get into some decent credit easily in a couple of months, so no problem. But it's also the kind of thing that in a few years, you're going to have, it doesn't stop. You keep building credit. If you were to put it a day a week over, a couple of years, or then let's say a day a week for a while, let's say, 2 hours a week, let's say, a day a month, and then over the years you put in less time, but you build just a gargantuan credit profile, that wants to be lent on. That's the trick. You can get into it quickly, but it develops way more credit over time. It's like, because some lenders are like, okay, it has to be this age of a company with this many accounts reporting and stuff like that. And some don't have that, most don't have that, but some do. Okay. I wonder what other folks reclaiming their trust, making it public. I don't know about anything. I don't know anything public in relation to this private trust. This trust will always be a private trust. Why? Because private, in terms of a trust, means you create it yourself. You're not later it's not gonna recreate itself. You see what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be a private trust. Is it going to be a private trust you use in public? Yes, because you're getting a public identifier for it, right? The EIN. I got an EIN with 501c3 status. Nice. That doesn't make it not a private trust. That simply allows you to interact in public. Public meaning like the financial system that exists in the In God We Trust, right? You're allowed to interact with that system of finances, right? That's all it means. Uh, so, in case somebody's like, you know, gets caught up in the terminology, it's not, people could talk for days about stuff about private and public now. you know, if you have to talk for days about it, you know nothing about it. That's private means you start it yourself. What more do we have to talk about? Public means you got an EIN for it and you operated the financial system. That's it. Public and private. It's so simple. Why, so many websites and so many freebases dedicated to talking about this on and on and on and on and on for years and decades. It's that simple. You see? It's so simple. That's why I like to break down all this information. No one else has this information. No one else copyrighted it. No one else has the proof they did it. I have the experience I did it. That's why I can answer every single question. Because you have to know the principles. I had to build this trust. I had to figure it all out and then go do it. Anyone who's just, plagiarized some of my information or something like that, they didn't do it by experience, so they don't know anything. They can't answer your questions. Do it Alaska Trust. Yeah. See you later. After all your, if you live in Alaska, you could use this trust in Alaska, right? But yeah. Go ahead. See, our school is the only place you're going to get proof that the creator of a trust completely has success, posted his success, posted his driver's license, posted his social security number, the social security card and number, posted his passport, right? Posted all my NDAs and my checks from beating the bankers, hundreds of videos of proof. On top of that, my own proof of my trust starting it, and then all the testimonials of all the clients, all the students we've had at this school being successful. Each testimonial having a notarized affidavit. I guarantee, I know this is the only school inside Earth that has that. This is the only school in Earth that has that level of proof. The only place you could know, I'm going to open a trust, it's going to be tax-free, it's going to work. This is the only place. So go ahead and get your Alaska trust, and then come back later when that nonsense doesn't work, it doesn't change anything in your life. Come back to the only place with proof, and we'll be like, every time we're with past students of everybody else, we're like, I'm sorry your past school traitor, teacher, money stealer sucked and stole your money and had no proof. But guess what? You didn't look for the proof, so it's really your fault. So go look and see if they have proof, which they won't, and then come back, or you're just a freebase liar trying to put in, nonsense in people's heads to drive them away from the truth. Could be either or. Doesn't matter to me whether you're a programmer or a programmed. Works out the same. No use, right? Surges. What's up, McKay? Got a bit of echo today. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna try to plug my mic in and out. How's that? Uh, and did that change? I hope. Can I live in Maryland but start a trust in Florida? Yes. Oh yes, you can. No problem. Because what? Yeah, it doesn't matter where you live, right? It just matters where you decide to do the business of the trust. Yes, you can start a trust in Florida, no problem. You just need the address and all that stuff, right? I give information on how to do that. Comes with the trust, all that, right? In the Business Credit 101 and that, all that information is in there, right? No problem. No problem. Okay, so let's read this slide here. Any other questions? Let's read this slide. This is fantastic. Automatic 501c3 nonprofit status. What? That's what I've been saying. that you get an EIN, you never apply, and you're automatically a nonprofit 501c3 status. Yes. And here it is from the bankers at the government, the business bankers at the government, the SBA, and you can Google this right now. It'll come up as a PDF, and this is on page 2. You can read it there. You can read it with me here. SBA, Faith-Based Organization, FAQ. This is guidance put out by the SBA during the EIDL and PPP stuff, recent. And this simply says that you don't have to apply to the IRS to be a 501c3. That's what it says right here. Their own guidance in black and white from the government. This I read to you just to mollify your, oh, you can't get out of taxes. Yeah, that saying came from Benjamin Franklin. It was and it was a quote from a book that Benjamin Franklin quoted. What was the name of the book? The History of the Devil. That was the name of the book quoted. So why don't you get over your whole devil programming in your head and read the IRS code and read what the SBA says, like the actual word for word instead of your program. Here's what it says. Frequently asked questions regarding participation of faith-based organizations in the PPP and EIDL program. How will churches qualify if they've not been informed of taxes and status by the IRS? Okay. Churches. Do organizations, don't say churches, it doesn't say churches. Do organizations have to request and receive tax-exempt status or just meet the requirements of 501c3 status to be eligible? Organizations. Churches, comma, and then parentheses, comma, integrated auxiliary churches, comma, and conventions or association of churches. That's lifted word for word from the code that I read to you. They qualify for PPP and EIDL loans as long as they meet the requirements of Section 501c3 of the IRS code and other PPP and EIDL requirements. Yay. Now, and put it short, here's a sentence that has real, I get it. Such organizations, don't say churches, such organizations are not required to apply to the IRS to receive tax-exempt status. See Chapter 26, United States Code, Section 508, C1A, which I already read to you. That's it. Black and white from the government. Okay? That's all there is to it. Surge. Change the Google account. Oh, cool. Let's echo. Nice. Oh my God. Why did I do that early? Okay. So we're getting the letter notarized. Doesn't matter which type of notarization. I get a physical form and notarize. That's what I do. Like I go to a notary and I, get them to physically notarize for it, not an online one. That kind. That's it. Okay. Any kind like that. Otherwise, it don't matter. Okay. So what's different about LibertyAidAcademy.org? What's different about our school? Well, like an online school, we have support for you. We got a team. You can email us. We got a phone number. You could get, you get advising sessions, mentor sessions, time with me, one-on-one on Zoom. 2 of those comes with, your trust. And if you need more than that, you could get other ones. You just, the way you did your earlier was you're like, oh, well, let me talk to Jack on Zoom. Great. Get a half hour of my time and we talk, answer every question. You get a link that you get to refer to our conversation as much as you want. And that's it. We have all that support. But what makes us different than Yale? What makes us different than Stanford? What makes us different than Harvard? What makes us different than Yale? And what makes us different than University of North Carolina, University of California? What makes us different than all those crappy-ass schools I just named? They have no proof. Only thing that they can prove is they're putting people in so much student debt, right? And guess what? You get this trust, you never have to pay your student debt ever again. And your credit is perfect. Did you know that? Oh, yeah. We got all the hacks over here. Yeah, never have to pay your student loans. Never. And you have perfect credit, too. Both. Never. Never pay your student loan. Still have your credit perfect. If you get this trust. Yeah, you heard me right. Okay, so what's different? Testimonials. I put up my proof this works, and all my proof for years, and all our students' proof is up there, right? All our students' proof. Every time there's a testimonial video that I have on our YouTube channel or our website, it has a notarized affidavit that is for real people that did this work. It's not fake. Like every other school online, we're not fake. And we got the proof. That's what's different about liberty8academy.org. It's the only school with proof. And guess what? The only school with proof doesn't sell at Alaska Trust. So far, what so far what I gather from the Secretary of State of Georgia, that I don't have to register a nonprofit. So is there an issue here regarding building credit? Obviously, one of the steps is registering with the Secretary of State. So you have to register with the Secretary of State to build credit, period. Right? Because you started this, what? It's a private trust, meaning you started you started this trust yourself, right? Every other type of business you start where? At the Secretary of State, meaning it's already registered there. It already has a profile there. So when you fill out a credit application, right, you write down an address for your trust or your business, right? What does a lender do? What does every single creditor do? They go and look up your organization, the Secretary of State. If your organization is not the Secretary of State, you don't get the credit. That's it. I say this in the training that you have for in Business 101, Finance 101. I say this word for word in the training. I don't know how you could have this question. That you have to register a trust at a Secretary of State, any Secretary of State, to get corporate credit for a trust, period. Why? Because you started privately and it is not registered. Doesn't have a public profile as Secretary of State, so lender won't lend. It's that simple. I said it that simple in the training. How could you not know that? Come on. That's great. That's great. But you did that on personal and so on. Yes. Yes. That's great. That's great. But all those other counts are rounded out, and you'll see. You'll see. You can get some. You can get some credit with the trust by not registering. But guess what? When you can't get some and you can't get most without it, then you have to register. And when you register, and this happened to me, your trust's entire history of credit gets wiped clean as if it started that day instead of previously. Guess what Dun & Bradstreet told me? That never happens. Guess what I saw happen? What never happens? Okay? So I'm trying to give you my experience on doing this. I'm trying to give you my experience and try to save you time, try to save you years of a credit profile. Years. You know, you can build credit for a couple of years and then you're like, oh, I can only get this credit from these creditors. But then what? You can't get it past that. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, that was a major stumbling block on EIDL PPP. Trust not being registered. So, you know, I'm not saying you can't get some credit. I did get some credit. I tried to not register and get credit, but I got blocked on a lot of credit. And when I finally was like, okay, I want a lot more credit that I could get, then, like I said, I registered and they wiped the credit profile clean. Wiped it clean. Whoosh! As if it never happened. And I called Dun & Bradstreet about it. Like, no, that can't happen. That our system doesn't do that. That never happened. Like, I'm calling you because it happened. I show, you know, my trust is this old. I did this. My account's this on. They're just like, no. I'm like, I have the proof. Like, they're like, no. So it doesn't matter. They, you know, they just lie. Obviously, there's a system of a bunch of liars and all that. They worship Weeby, 33 the devil, so they lie. So we're here to, you know, I did this, learn from my experience, don't waste your time kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But there's a full answer to all that. Okay. And so qualify for loans, credit, and so on. Like where I was just talking about, PPP, EIDL, government money, right? Credit cards, lines of credit, auto loans, and so on, more. right? Net 30 accounts, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, probably. That's why, sure, Judge, that's why I put in, this is how you register in Florida in case, because not every state has a pathway for registration to the Secretary of State. Only some states do. Okay, that's why I was like, okay, here's how in any state you can still use Florida to register. You see, it then gave us instructions for that reason. But just can you get some credit? Sure, as you see, but you'd be surprised at how little you can get. You see, also Capital One does issue credit cards in the name of a trust, but guess what? Capital One, their business credit cards or quote business credit cards, they all report to your personal credit too. Okay, so that's not what you're going for. So Capital One has that. I heard that the Capital One, their business cash card is the one that doesn't. So I think I said that in all your training too, but you see what I'm saying? So that Capital One card is this weird card that is on your person actually, or that credit profile. So maybe they give it, and maybe that's the reason why. But it's also why maybe you don't want that card, So, but it's actually a super easy one to get, and so I do kind of recommend it for that reason. But you got to keep it for a long time, then, because it doesn't really matter if you have a card for a credit card for a short amount of time for a trust, but it matters for your person, right? It matters a lot. If you have a card on there that reduces your like average age of your credit accounts, on your person, that matters. So that Capital One for your trust will be reporting over there on your person, unless it's the cash card, which probably doesn't. I plan on changing the title of my trust over to the trust over 1,000. Well, that's cool, but vehicles don't have much value, really. You know what I mean? They don't have that much value. So, uh, you know, put it in a trust when it's time to title something. Some of this information is like, do it when it makes financial sense and so on. You know what I mean? When you're, I'm going to do this and then do that. You know what I mean? So I got to get a new car. Oh, put it in the name of the trust. You follow me? Uh, so we use the information going forward. Of course, that vehicle, I don't know that particular vehicle, but some vehicles have value and so on. So it's good to not have them out there so they can't be taken. It's not your person. There could be a lot of reasons to put vehicles in the name of trust, even at $1,000. So, but, for a lot of people to be like, okay, well, I have a crappy old car. It's in my, person is not paid off. It's in my person. I'm gonna have to change it. The car only cost me $1,000. I'm not gonna spend $1,000 to do it. So situations like that, who cares really so much, Uh, but things with value, So different situations. That's why I say these are tactics. All this information is tactics, and then you form an overall strategy based on what all these tactics, all this knowledge you didn't have before. Can make perfect sense to do it this way. Here's my step by step, and then I'll get to this. So, anyway, I'm glad you're doing your work, so it's good. Uh, so, next one. You can bank where you want. I recommend starting a trust account, first one, wherever you bank now. You like that bank? So, call them, email them, however you do your banking. It's just like, oh, I want to come in and open a trust account, and that's it. Or, oh, I usually do it online. Okay, well, apply online for your trust account where you're currently banking. Or, and I recommend getting a second bank account for your trust, or a second account for your trust. Uh, and I give a list of potentials for you in the trading and so on. But it's about convenience in your life. So there's no, these banks won't open a trust account now. I don't know of any, really. Some branches once in a while have a problem with opening up this trust, but that's about it. You bank where you want. Bank where you're currently banking. Uh, so what courses are here? Like I said, Business Finance 101, how to build credit for your trust. That comes with the trust, okay? That comes with it. It's not extra. Don't buy it extra. You can. It's already in your library. You can't buy it more than once. Uh, anyway, it comes with it. Advising sessions, where it's one-on-one with you and I, that comes with it. Two of them come with it, with the trust, yeah. And so that's more than plenty, really, usually for almost everyone. The instructions are wonderful. Very few people really need my time to get them through opening a trust or something. They kind of like save them up for, because it's easy to open a trust. Our trading is good. You open it up, you're like, hey, I didn't need any help. Fantastic. Yeah, no, good. And then, some people sometimes, quite often, save their advising sessions for like later specific things for them and so on. I will have a talk then. So. But I'm here. A lot of people use them straight up, right up front. Okay, I read everything. I just want to check with you. Yeah, great. Go ahead. That's why my time come with it. Great. And then once you get your trust open and you got that stuff, the only other thing we have is a mentor program. You're gonna love it. It's all the other hacks. Why you could get an EBT card because you have the trust. Yeah, and all this other stuff is in there. It's fantastic to go in there and see just the easy name of the information you want to be able to do. Like remove property taxes. Like it's just so easy, indexed, just really simply, so you could go in there. And I'm doing a new mentor video every so often in there. You can go in there, and there'll be new ones in there, and you can see all the past ones in there too. So. It's wonderful. So really, once you get the trust, the only thing we have is this higher level information, which is very affordable. And my consulting time if you need it, but very few people do. But it's there if you need it. So if you have any questions too, we're easy to get in touch with. Ask any question about this trust or anything we do. I think you'll love it. I'm in the, let's see. So we get phone, we got emails, like the best, really. If you really want to talk through something, and I have some clients, business clients, whatever. They want to talk through, this or that or what have you, right? Great, fantastic. Get a Zoom session, we're on it. I can simplify your life, whatever. Oh, you think you have this complex, whatever. Now, this trust going to simplify any business, anyone's life is going to get better and simpler from this trust. If you want to talk about it up front, just get some of my advising time. We'll do half hour, an hour, whatever you need. We'll throw down and I'll explain it to you. Be like, wait, I thought I was going to stump them. No, this is easy. This is super easy. Is it hidden? Yes. They don't tell anyone about it? Yeah, sure, yeah. I get all that. Well, I'm an accountant, I got an MBA, I got a master's in accounting, I got decades of experience, and I've got all these testimonials, including my own. Proof. That's how you could trust me. Because I have proof, right? You can't trust me if I didn't have the proof. Can't trust anyone if they don't have the proof. Got the second bank account, boom, and EBT. And now we're talking payback is where I love it. Don't you love money? Oh, money back in my account forever. Boom. Thank you. Oh yeah, no problem. God, that's the best. I love it when I have a day with somebody that gets on here. It's like every time. Guess what I just got for free? Whoa, the last one. If you haven't watched the admissions one, that was the last live thing I did. You should go watch that. You should go watch that and look at the comments of what Roxy said. I think it was Roxy. Oh my God. Because she got the trust in her last year. She had heart surgery and all this stuff. She had over $1 million in medical expenses. Guess what? All free. Because she had the trust. All free. Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah. So this is a solution in every way financially, and then you start getting paid back, or no expenses. Yeah, I love it. Uh, EBT, thanks. What else you got? Right? You're like, I got my EBT, and it's great. I mean, you're online ordering groceries. Walmart takes your EBT card information in there, so you pay at Walmart and stuff like that. And you're like, delivery fee $7. You're like, okay, that was how much my groceries cost. $7. Isn't that wonderful? I love that. I love the payback part of this. So, really, you're kind of messing up your life, is all I have to say. If you don't have this trust, all the people with the trust, our lives just got a lot easier. And yours is still, by comparison, extremely difficult. And really, you should be concerned about your finances now. Why? Because it's in an LLC, it's in a C corp, it's in your person. All those are sub corporations of the In God We Trust, right? Those are their organizations. This isn't your private trust. It means you created yourself. You didn't create those entities. They are all their entities. It's not your business. It's theirs. They all have rules. Those organizations that you run, they all have rules about, if you do this, we can go to your bank account and take all your money. Of course, they have a lot of rules like that. But this private trust you started yourself, you're not going to have one rule about that, right? You didn't write it in there in your private trust. Therefore, no one's going to touch those assets, not ever. You should be concerned about your money today. Today, wherever it is, it's not in a trust bank account that you control. It's not your money, right? Is this game the system? Is this, I'm using the tricks? Yeah, I'm using the wealthy elite financial tricks for anyone. Okay, so that's fine, that's legal. They set it up this way for them. Well, guess what? You could just set it up the same, so your life is super easy too. Super easy, no reporting, no paying taxes, and I get a debit card, credit card, and I don't tell anybody about anything. It just looks like everything, everyone else, is so on. But they're paying a bunch of their money over to the government everywhere they go. And I'm not. And I'm not reporting. I'm an accountant that doesn't fill out any tax forms, not ever. And that's what I teach. How never to need an account ever again, right? You never need me. How to never need an accountant. How to never report to the IRS. Never pay taxes. Now that's an accountant. That's me. I'm an accountant. Okay? Is there another one? Providing their proof of their own outcome that they did this since 2016. Well, that's 6 years. And everyone else's. No problem. Is anyone doing that? No. That's how you can trust me. Because of my proof. You don't have to trust me. You trust the proof. You're like, okay, that's a lot of proof for a decade. Okay, I can trust you. You see what I'm saying? A decade of proof and a decade of proof of service to others, where that service to others, beating the bankers, going tax-free and all that stuff, 100% proven. Who else has that proof? You're not going to find that, okay? Alaska Trust, give me a break. Anyway, so are we clear? No more questions? Everything? Okay? Go over, I'm telling you, go over to Liberty Aid Academy, throw down the course money on your credit card, get this information like Serge, start getting paid back by the government. Start the trust and start getting your money back. Now my money is safe in the trust. Now, hey, for the person, give me, how much you got? Let me start with that, $250 a month. What else you got? In my state, the more north you are, right, nobody wants to live up where it's cold, right? So the more north you are, they're giving away Medicaid and, all this other stuff, right? Section 8 housing, all this free stuff. Go get everything you can, right? Structure-based is the best thing I write. Yes. Thank you, Serge. Yeah. It's structure-based. This is so simple that it's taken me a number of years to really overcome people's programming, and be able to say it in such a simple way that matches the simplicity of using this trust, because it's such a diversion from the complexity of, oh, you're a business and all the tax forms and all that BS. There isn't any of that. That all goes away. So you're a smart business person. Guess what? Your life just got so much easier and simpler, and you just leapfrogged ahead of the competition. You see? It's back again. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see. Hopefully, plugging it in and out of the mic solves it. That's cool. Hopefully it does, and I'll do a quick fix every time. An echo shows up, but I apologize for that. You know, uh, God, that's funny. I mean, I'm using a high-end Rode mic, like the best Apple laptop. I wanted to pay for extra speed on the freaking Wi-Fi, and censorship. They're always pulling this nonsense on me. It's so annoying. Okay, so listen. Thanks for coming. Just get the trust, please. Oh, listen. If you're in a school, get in the community portal. Get in the community forum. It's free. You log in. So many great postings and questions, answers in there. Okay, you got to get in there. You have to. You have to see all this stuff in there. None of your each one you're like, oh my god, okay, all this information in there, super high end information. I answer it simply, So it's not like it's a lot of different topics, but they're really succinctly answered and stuff like that. And if you're a student and you're not in there, you have to get in there. It's just like the greatest stuff in there. And it comes with your trust score. So and ask your questions in there, feedback. Because that's a closed forum. It's not like Facebook or, some place with, this is what you can talk about, blah, 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 right? Terms and conditions, blah, blah, blah. No, you jump in there, you put anything in there, right? All right, George, great to see you again, George. Everybody, thanks for coming. Get in that forum and, really, write in your experiences, your thoughts, questions, everything. There's just a lot of good, practical experience that people wrote down in there. Experience in the form of, hey, I did this and I have a question, or hey, I did this and this is what I found out. I mean, there's nothing more valuable than, not just a testimony, but their experience and how they type it out, how they write it down, all that in the community forum. This thing, each posting in there by people just makes that more valuable, more great information in that forum. It's just, that thing is, I can't recommend it more. Okay, I'm saying any student, you really got in there, get in there. I might, no, I can't go in there. That's private information, but it's just, God, it's so good. I can show all that. It's just so great. Anyway, it's just for students, not for public. Get in there, and because censorship is real. If I was to put up all the answers to that stuff, school gone. So yeah, no. And listen, I'm gonna be. Hey, I'm done. I'm completing the third edit of my book, and I'm hiring someone to put it in book form. I'm gonna get it out there because people need that spiritual technology. This is, information causes the reset. Saying that this will cause it. So whatever, cause and effect. But the truth will be put out in a book form about the entire physical and spiritual predicament we find ourselves in. It will be written down for the first time. And so I'm getting to the end of choosing who's going to put it in its final format, and then I'm going to get it definitely up on Patreon. Okay, that's where we're going to go to a new forum in addition to our website. Because just the censorship, I can't put information out there, videos on YouTube and so on. They get taken down. I can't, so we kind of have to pay for a service to bring it to you. So we're going to make it affordable and stuff like that. But this book has to get out. It's been a year. It's the Baker's last stand is now, because after this book gets out, their last stand has already happened. Okay, so have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks for coming. If you want to, truly love your neighbors and stuff like that, right? Get them to get into this trust that life will change. They'll be happy. Put out this video I just did live on your social media. Somebody could be helped by it. Their life could change, and you could be the instrument for that. You get the good karma for that, right? Like, this is legit. I do this. You could change your life too. It has to be more organic like that, because they simply censor everything. I can't even, my paid marketing just doesn't work. They block everything. It's unbelievable. So it's just got to be, organic. Hey, I changed my life. Tell the people that you love, trust, and that matter to you about this. Change their life, and it'll just kind of grow organically like that, as it's been doing for these many years. Okay. Everyone, have a wonderful day. Our school looks forward to changing your life forever. Okay. Uh, love you all.